So our next question, angular momentum is an axial vector. How? Because we know angular vector given by L vector equals to R vector cross momentum. Like if it is a circular motion, this is R vector, this is the tangent of momentum B vector, which is m into v, mass into velocity. So this will be the direction of angular momentum according to the right hand thumb rule. So it's a vector product of R and P. Angular momentum is an axial vector. Hence option B is correct. Next question. The maximum and minimum magnitude of the resultant of two given vectors are 17 units and 7 units respectively. If these two vectors are at right angles to each other, then the magnitude of their resultant is what? So what informations are present in the question? That is the maximum value of two vectors and the minimum magnitude of two vectors. How we find the maximum and what is the formula of finding maximum and minimum value? See, suppose we have two vector P and Q and their angle between them is theta. So what is the formula of resultant? Their magnitude. Resultant's magnitude, that is the value of the resultant. It is P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. It is the formula. Now, when we get maximum value, we will get maximum value of magnitude when cos theta will give us maximum value. Now, what is the maximum value cos theta gives us? Is 1. When cos theta gives 1? When theta is 0 degree. So we will get the maximum value of the resultant when theta will be 0 degree. Thus we will get the maximum value. Okay. So let us find it. So R max magnitude is root over P square plus Q square 2PQ. Now cos 0 degree. So P square Q square 2PQ. As we know, cos 0 is 1. So it's simply 1. That is 2PQ. Now we can write it like P plus Q whole square. P square plus Q square plus 2PQ. Now root and square will be cancelled. So P plus Q. So always maximum magnitude of any vector, any resultant of any two vectors will be the sum of magnitudes of these two vectors. These are obviously the magnitudes, right, of those vectors. We can, if R is a vector, then its magnitude is expressed as R vector or simply a single R. Now they are written only like P and Q. This means the magnitude of those two vectors. The addition of those two vectors will give us the maximum value. Similarly, we can find the minimum value. How? It can also be derived through cos theta. Now when cos theta will give us the minimum value, then the resultant will also give the minimum value. What is the minimum value of cos theta? It's minus 1. When cos theta gives us minus 1, when theta is 180 degree. Right? There are also other angles at which cos theta gives minus 1 and plus 1. We are just considering the first angle that it gives that value. Overall, the value of cos should be maximum in case of maximum magnitude and value of cos should be minimum in case of minimum magnitude. So cos theta's minimum value is minus 1. Theta may be 180 degree and other values like 3 pi other at which it gives minus 1 like this. So what will be the expression of minimum magnitude? it will be like, see, if it is our minimum case, then p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Now this cos theta's value is minimum and minimum value is -1. So if it will be -1, then it will be simply minus, then p square plus q square minus 2pq. What is its formula? P square plus q square minus 2pq means simply p minus q whole square. Then the root will be cancelled and the value will be p minus q. So thus we find that our maximum value is p plus q and our minimum value is p minus q. Now we will not have much time to derive all this, so we will remember that maximum values formula is p plus q and minimum values formula is p minus q. Okay. So now we will simply put the values that are given in the question. Let us do that. So R max P plus Q is 17 and minimum is 7 respectively. So R minimum is P minus Q 7. So we will have to find the vectors, because we have to find if these two vectors are at right angles to each other. So first of all we have to find what are the values of these two vectors. So simply add, minus q cancels to p, it's 24, then p will be 12, 24 by 2, it's 12. Then put the value of p in one of the equation. P plus q is 17, means 12 plus q 17, q 17 minus 12, it's 5. So value of p is 12, q is 5. We have found out the values of two vectors. Now we can solve the other part of the question. If these two vectors are at right angle, what is the formula? Magnitude of their resultant. When two vectors are at right angle, it's p square plus q square. Why? Because the other part, that is 2pq cos theta, it will be cos 90 degree, and we know cos 90 degree gives 0, so the total part will be 0. We'll simply remember when two vectors are at right angle, then the magnitude is root over p square plus q square. P square means 12 square, q square means 5 square. Now if we remember Pythagoras, we can simply solve it, but we can solve it in a second. How? If two sides of a triangle are 5 and 12 of a right angle triangle, then the hypotenuse will be 13, right? What is the formula? Pythagoras formula, 5 square plus 12 square is 13 square. So we can, if we remember this, we can directly write it. We don't need to calculate. We can directly write 13 square. That means simply 13. So answer is 13. Next question. Surface area is a scalar, a vector, neither scalar nor vector, both scalar and vector. Surface area is a vector. Why? Because it has a magnitude and it has a direction. This is represented as a surface vector. Why? If we have a surface like this, any surface, two-dimensional surface, which has a value of s, suppose s pi r square like this, which is anything, is a surface value, and this surface has a direction which is perpendicular to its plane. This is the direction of a surface. So as surface area, the area has a magnitude and a direction, so it will be called as a vector, represented as S vector. Next question. If the vectors p vector ai cap plus aj cap plus 3k cap, if the vectors p vector ai cap plus aj cap plus 3k cap and q vector ai cap plus 2j cap minus k cap are perpendicular to each other, then the positive value of a is what? We know if I have two vector p vector and q vector, and if they are perpendicular to each other, that means their dot product is equals to 0. This will be the key to solve this kind of problems. Whenever there is written that two vectors are perpendicular to each other, we will start with this. First vector dot second vector equals to 0. Now simply solve. What is P vector? AI cap plus AJ cap plus 3K cap dot AI cap minus 2J cap minus K cap. So this is 0. Now we know how we perform dot product. I cap and I cap will be multiplied. Okay. I dot I is I square, which is 1. So we won't put the values of I. There will be no I in the result. Simply the coefficients will be multiplied. Okay. So it's A square. Now next with J, one is A, another is minus 2. So A into minus 2 means minus 2A. And then K and K will be multiplied. There is a minus, means 3 into minus 1. 3 and minus 1. So minus 3. So this is equals to 0. Now as we can see, this is a quadratic equation. It is a quadratic equation. So how will we solve this? We will simply use the formula that we know. That is, if ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic equation, then the root or solution is minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2. So here a is the x, so a minus b, here b, so here b is minus 2, this total is b, because in the actual formula in the equation this is plus, so it is actually plus minus 2a, right, this side. So b is minus 2, b is minus 2. Now minus b means minus into minus 2 means plus 2, plus minus root over b square, b is minus 2. Now minus 2 square means 4, 4 minus 4. What is a? A is the coefficient with x square, that is 1 here. 1 dot c. What is c? Plus c here. So here it is plus minus 3, right? So c is minus 3. Minus 3 divided by 2. Okay. So if we solve it, it's like 2 plus minus root over 4 minus and minus, it will be plus 4 and 3, it will be 12 by 2. Then it is 2 plus minus root over 16 by 2. Then 2 plus root over 16 means 4 by 2 minus. So what values will have? We'll have 2 plus 4 by 2 and also 2 minus 4 by 2. That is 6 by 2 and minus 2 by 2. That is 3 and minus 1. But we are asked the positive value. So 3 will be our answer. Next question. A particle moves from position r1 vector to position r2 vector under the action of force this. The work done will be what? We know work done is the formula F vector dot r vector. Now as we have r1 vector to position r2 vector, then this r vector will be r2 vector minus r1 vector, that is the displacement vector. Okay, and this is simply force. So we have to find out what is r vector. R2 vector minus r1 vector means 14 I cap plus 13 j cap plus 9 k cap minus r1 vector. that is the initial vector. First of all, it means our final minus our initial, the last vector minus the first vector, the destination vector minus the source vector. So r1 is 3 cap plus 2 cap and minus 6 cap. Okay, what will be the answer of our vector? Only I and I, so 14 minus 3, 11i, plus and plus, 13 minus 2, it's 11j, and plus 9, but minus into minus it will be plus again, so 9 plus 6, it's 15k. Okay, so here F vector is what? 4i cap, j cap, 3k cap, and r vector is 11i plus 11j plus 15k. Remove this, clear this. Okay, so just simply perform the dot product, that is 4i 11i. It means 4i dot 11i, which means 4 into 11 into I square, right? I square value is 1, so you won't consider it. It's simply 44. Then j and 11j, so it is 1 into j into 11 into j, so 1 into 11, 11, it is plus between them, so plus, and j square is again 1, so we don't need to write 1. Simply k and k, 3 and 15, so it is 45. So what is our answer? 4 plus 1, it's 5, 5, 10, so there is 1, 4, 4, 8, 9, 1, again 10. As it is work, its unit will be joule, so our answer is 100 joule.